Hey, welcome back to Europa Universalis 5. I'm Decathlon Gamer. We are able to get a bonus stream in this week. Technically the second of the week, right? We did a couple hours on Monday. We're going to get a couple hours today while keeping true to the regular main stream on a Wednesday. I can't help it. I absolutely love this game, even though I'm only probably just a little bit better than what an average player would be like in this game. It just takes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to master this thing. And there's ways to exploit the game, and some of the best players, that's what they rely on, is exploits to gain dominance. This is very much the way that the game is designed to be played, while trying to understand core mechanics and make the best of it. So, meanwhile, we've got Scotland up to 40th of the world and way bigger than what it would actually be in real life, and certainly how it's set up at the start of this playthrough. So we're doing quite well with that one. I've been talking about the governors here lately, going, what the heck is going on? And so I did a little research to figure out why I cannot make any governors, and I've gotten to the bottom of it. So, two types of governors: the local or the naval governor. And in the case of the local governor, local means attached to your capital, meaning we could make a governor in Dumfries, we could make a governor in Inverness. Now, why? Because they have a road that would connect them all the way to the capital. So, following that road, it makes contact with the capital. Therefore, you can make a local governor there only if it is a city. So, progressing to a city is important. You need 30k. Inverness is our best example of something that's close to that because it's at 24k. We do have 27k in this tiny, still rural spot. I should very much. I don't think I've turned that into a town. I believe it's still just a location. And that would be a nice changeover on that one. I'm not sure what their good is locally, but yeah, we might make a push towards progressing that one. The advantage, they're really not that expensive. Local governor, we're talking about a 200 ducat base cost, so they're fairly easy to make, and it's going to give you proximity of 80, meaning even though we already have decent proximity through here, it would give us better proximity. Better proximity means more control. More control means more ducats. Voila. And because they only cost 200, they're actually quite easy to move. And you can have more than one anyway. So when we eventually start to beat up on England, and I feel like it's inevitable, it's got to happen. We've got a couple hundred years to make it happen. And when we can start pushing inland enough to get into kind of the Midlands, you can take those cities, make sure they're connected by road, and then you've got local governors, and then you're pushing out proximity further away. The naval governor has its own set of specific rules, and by the way, I found this screen now. Building requirements. Special conditions. Is not connected to location by land or strait within the same country. So it's not land connected to the capital, but also is not overseas, but is also a port. So, two of those rules are very clear. The third one, I think, makes a lot of sense in that, taking a look at our capital being here, right? This is not connected via land. Norway, Denmark, no land connection. But overseas, I think what they mean by overseas is like the regional, continental. So this, not connected by land, fits that rule. Can build a governor in any of these places. However, this, or anything North America, would be considered overseas. At least that's kind of the modern interpretation of how we look at overseas. So I don't think that I am ever going to be able to get a local governor in this region. Now, the other requirement is it's got to be in a city. So regardless, we're nowhere near. We've got 12K, 13K, 10, 10, 13 as kind of our biggest locations here. It's going to take them a long time to get what they need to have a huge population. So them getting to city status is a long, long ways off. Regardless, I don't think I'm going to end up being able to make a naval governor there, but we'll see later on. But that does mean I think we can get some up here. Now, yes, we do have proximity, but it's not good proximity. I mean, we're talking about 31%. We're talking about 18%. As you get up here, we're talking about like 27%. It's something, and it does provide us some control, but it's not great. And as you drop down to Denmark, it's 18, it's 14, it's 13, right? It's pretty weak, 0.79. So what we do have going on here is Viborg at 32K can be a city, does have a port, is not connected by land. Pretty sure that Viborg can, once made into a city, be given a naval governor, which is something that could easily be moved later on if we have better options later on, and provide us a 80% proximity, meaning we would actually have really good control in this area, and it would be close enough to push proximity more than the 30% that we're getting right now from way over here. Right here, it would probably push us up to 50, 60 in this kind of area, as it's only, you have the one tile here and then two more tiles to go across. That sounds like a lot of extra control, a lot of raised control in our largest population base region that we have. Sounds like a plan. We need about 1,700 ducats to turn Viborg into a city. Right now we've got 840. So let's let time run. Let's make some money and turn Viborg into what would just be our second city at this point. I don't think I turned any of these. Fauna is a town. Mostar is a town. Hageland is a town. Stavanger is a town. Yeah. Jaren is a town as well. That's a lot of towns. Yeah, that's a lot of towns right there. These are towns up here too. Wow, impressive. And then we have the 3 towns there. And then we have our towns kind of based around here, and we have our one city in Edinburgh, and that is it. Dublin is still only a town. Okay. Cananas is a city. Is that one of my... It is. Connacht has made a city. Dude. I got 40K. Speaking of, so I've noticed, obviously, our population is not good. It does make a lot of sense. We start with way less than what England has to the south. That's historical. That makes perfect sense, right? That is how things work as we have our first child, though it's a daughter. But that's one. That is one. Remember, we have a new king here. He's only 17. He sucks. But now he has a child. And hopefully he can keep popping those puppies out. Oh, I got distracted there. What? Oh, wait. So, population, right? Scotland way behind on that. And then, of course, we are also heavily colonizing, right? Very heavily colonizing, which involves moving pops out of your area. We have excess food, which is good. Food is cheap, which is good. That all feeds in. However, if we look, England, yes, take it. Always happy to steal pops off of England. That's all well and good. But if we look at, like, say, our capital, and look here, There comes those English Isles. Population growth. We can hover over this and see what our population growth is like. Right now it's 0.65% monthly gain. Prosperity is high. That's a nice bonus. Cheap food. That's always important, and we're doing really well with that. That's a nice bonus. Available free land. We turned it into a city. Now there's a lot more free land than there was when it's a town, and therefore it can grow rapidly. So we're getting a good modifier in Edinburgh right now. Large food storage in province. 0.04. That's barely an improvement. Now we need to make that city, right? Let's get that governor first. But our next step is granaries. I've not been building granaries at all. Granaries provide a bunch of extra food storage, which is a huge modifier. Stored food. Not just cheap food. Cheap food's nice, but an abundance of the cheap food. Meaning, if a harsh winter comes, you have plenty of food in storage. Colonial maintenance. Oh, I like that. I like that. That's a good research. You have so much reserve that they feel confident of bringing children into the world because they know that they're going to be fed. That increases the birth rate significantly and therefore accelerates the growth rate, which growth rate's good, right? We've got 3 active colonies and yet we're still growing at 2,700. We've got 3.3 million. We are growing rapidly. Like, it's all good. It is all good. But there's your. It's absolutely possible to try to cut off England this way. They have not gotten very far inland at this point. It'd be really nice to get Wisconsin right now, but I can't. I do not have a discovery path for them right now, so maybe we push this way. I know they're very much not into here at this stage, so. But we're saving our ducats. Saving our ducats. We're at 43. Do I have any active, like, no, fort maintenance is down. Army maintenance, checking back on that one. Tools, God, I need to improve those tools. We did improve weaponry, though it's not maxed out. And naval maintenance, whew. Yeah, those heavies are expensive. We are cloth. Cloth is not maxed out, but everything else is really good. Oh, we can tax you more? Don't mind if I do. You're down to 38 for your modifier right now, so let's not mess with that. We finally have the inflation taken care of. Oh, Parliament's ready. I don't want a war right now, though. I do not want a war at this moment. Food access canceled. Did the War of Religions? The War of Religions is gone. And the Reformation is gone. 2 major events have finally cleared. France can be our ally once again. Now, they need time to recover. So, yeah. Next Parliament becomes Object of Desire. I think I really want to go after England. Really want to go after England in the near future. So, Parliament, capital. Best bonuses are Artillery Doctrine, Army Traditions, good, Siege Ability for just while being debated. Or Integration. In this case, the integration is going to be a better bonus. Develop the Interior. Isn't that a decent one? Urban Buildings cost for a while. Development, it's only in 2 locations, though. That's not much. And we move toward land. I need to move away from land towards sea. Really need to move towards sea. As so much of what we have is not connected via land, and that's only going to get worse with time. As we leave Age of Reformation, we're going to end up owning everything we've got, and we want to be able to push proximity. So I'm going to have to start working away from land towards sea. So we don't want to push that direction, meaning integration, because we don't need to promote a member of the burghers, and everybody else is way too low on their scores. Even then, that's only a 49, 49.54. We'll wait and see if we get a positive event. Got to keep an eye on that one. Gaining 112 now on map power, though. Much, much better than any other time we've had in those regards. And we are at our 333, yeah. That means I could absolutely add some more units here. infantry in particular. I mean, we already have some cannon and cavalry, and they're the expensive ones. Infantry would be much cheaper to add on to, but costly in manpower. Appeased estates for 5 years. Oh yeah, happiness? Okay. Happiness modifier. Okay, we made Volgast. Really? France, you literally just got out of a war that lasted like 20 years, and you are immediately going to attack only Luxembourg and Lorraine? For real? You're not getting the whole HRE? Oh, man. Well, that's something. You're not going to need my help at all for that. That's going to be a vicious war. Look at that. They've got about 8k at the moment. 38k max possible. Your numbers are down, though. You barely have any more levies than I do. But you got a lot of regulars. Okay, our goal, our 1.7k is getting closer. Getting closer. We do have Lutheran Zealots just flying along right now, though. Kaskatan. Where are you? Expectations. What? Hey, positive events. Sweet. Oh, right. We were working on Central America. It's weird that I still can't discover those couple. In fact, we can't get anything along here, so we are into that South American coastline, or none right now. I do not have infrastructure built there. Do we want to do big? No, we're not rushing that direction. This is more about curiosity. This is about expansion. So we're gonna get right here. That's not great. Push in closest to the market as you can. Got some youngsters coming through with good ranks. That's nice. Karankawa, can you handle it? Tools is low. Tools is low. Let's jump in and help them out with their tool production. Even then, you can't provide a bonus. Are you not in market? Hold on. Oof. Looks like you might be out of market. Are we? Let me check that again. No, you're here. You just don't have very much market access, is all. By the way, new reveals, Cahokia, 100%. Like Rappahannock has reached it. We have ourselves it makes perfect sense to take Cahokia. Really makes sense. And then we are getting close to being able to make a connection there and cut off Genoa. And then you start the race to colonize ahead of England and cut them off, which we were trying to do before and just couldn't quite make it, right? We had to take the long way around as they beat us over there. But then we were able to make a little more progress and get faster, and Rappahannock was going much faster. But now Cahokia. And Cahokia has already filled in this gap here, which means they're going the wrong direction. They're filling in south at the moment. We need them to fill northwest. Northwest. Okay, well that passed. 56 ducats. That's improving. It's already 92% on the war score. They do not need our help. 99% on the war score. They're going to get everything they want. Oh, hello. Colony. That's this one. Penata. Yes. Do we want to give that to Karankawa? Sure. And then you immediately push into the next, which is a race. Genoa's making 0 progress, and it's 0.78. And who is this? Their colony? Yes. We can win this battle. That state, that state connects right to Cahokia. Cuts them off. That's mission accomplished if you win that. 3 plus 3 plus 0. And here comes our slowdown. We're at plus 23, but plus 23, moving way faster. Okay, Luxembourg out of it with a whole bunch of conquered land for France. Some inefficient minting at the moment. That didn't last long. We're fine. Is that Castile? Castile's pushed up the Pacific coastline. Castile has flipped over to the Pacific coastline. We are going to need to go through Tamtok and get over there sooner rather than later to continue on in that direction. Meanwhile, we are colonizing down here, southward and northward. You can see the southward is progressing nicely. The northward going a little more slowly. And we're going to want to go shoreline, very much cut off others from colonizing. Benin is colonizing themselves, but we are slightly weaker than them, really? Well, they got 5.5 million pops. We got a larger economy than they have, a stronger navy than they have, but they have a whole lot of levies, and twice. That's surprisingly powerful for the African nation. Okay, we are about to hit our mark, 1.7. About to hit our mark. Let's get in here, Viborg. 32,000, enough to make a city. By the way, before I do this, let's see here. Free subjects, no. Oh, that's 1. Ooh, that's a lot of pops moving away, though. No, we are not. Commoners. Sorry, commoners. Sorry. Before we turn Viborg into a city, obviously we have the number of pops up here and lots of towns to choose from. The reason for not taking the Norwegians is they have a closer proximity source to the capital than down here. And the eventuality is to continue pushing into Northern Europe, and this would spread that direction. Yes, that would spread this direction as well, but again, this is closer to begin with, so it's already got a better proximity score, while this has a weaker proximity score, so you're boosting this significantly, which is good land, and it still helps this out as well, which is already doing okay. And I think you can have more than one local governor, so we probably make another city and make another local governor up there, and then all of a sudden you have really good control throughout so much of the nation. City 1.65 right now. Nice little discount. Glass, masonry, lumber, not particularly cheap. The masonry is. Glass and lumber, we could work on that. We could absolutely work on that. But there you go. We have our next city. Next city on the rise. Our heir, Crown Princess Margaret, so the first child, is now suddenly the heir instead of the younger sibling. Our recently flipped Anya Ta'aka is still disloyal. Not a big deal. It's 1 disloyal nation. But the Lutheran Zealots are going to spawn here real soon. We need to get an idea of where they're going to spawn at. Which we can do from hovering. So these guys down here, this group back here. As for Norway, a few locations, not a ton. None of it's happening in Scotland itself, though. So that must be it, right? Yeah, not enough Lutherans anywhere else. So that seems pretty manageable. It's going to trigger soon. I might want to get my regulars on over to start countering this. We want to start with the larger locations, the city ones. Castle right here. So Sondeled. We're going to go stand on Sondeled and see if we can keep them out of the rebellion. Is this a rebellion or is it a revolt? It's not a civil war. Yeah, presence of army will change things. A large enough army will stop it from being part of the revolt, which then saves us the trouble of having to siege down the castle. And we will get there in time, but it's not day one that they change the relationship with the people in the city. Okay, they have arrived. We're gonna keep the Navy there to quick move. This is coming soon, so they are gonna have to move from spot to spot so we can keep the Navy in support of a more rapid movement. And let me see here. We have population. No, demography. Is this what I'm looking for? Satisfaction. There you go. If it's below 10%, will join a rebel. So the nobles will not join. Yeah, 16,000 Lutherans versus 3,000 Catholics. There's your clerics would join. Clerics would very much want to join. The Lutheran burghers, the 3,000 of them, are at 0. The Lutheran laborers at 0, 10,000 of them. So yeah, this is the group we're going to try to change the mentality of. We'll see if it can be done. Here's the overall view. We've only just arrived, so. Oh, we lost our commander. Let me get a family member in command. Do we have one besides the king? We do. Oh, he's already in charge of something on the cabinet. In which case, just give me the best commander I can get. The 18-year-old. Cabinet lacks a member. 2 cabinet members are gone. Man, this is all happening. Firing off fast. And again, no family members to recruit right now. Let's take the elder who will die soon because we're going to hope for family members becoming available here at some point. So for a rare occasion, I don't mind going for the alternative option. And we are seeing some rise in happiness, but it's not much. Still seeing a lot of zeros, and there you go, it's already triggered. Did come out as a civil war, even though it just said a revolt. So we have ourselves a civil war, and we did not prevent this one. So we're black flagged, so get out of here, and then we'll come back in and take this location back. We're gonna end up having to siege that down. Where did my Navy go? There they are. Okay, well obviously we are going to be far superior to anything that they are able to put up against us. All the larger the larger towns are not dangerous. I've already got that one back. I am going to leave behind a group to handle this long siege. Give them a little bit of support. Let's go and detach siege. And then go wipe out those forces and take that back. That's the capital. That is the capital for the Civil War right there. That should give you all of this land back besides this, and then you just move on because they're not going to be able to match with 2K. Matter combat bonus. Big bonus there. What do they have? Scottish Riffle. Anya Ta'aka. Well, there you go. That's going to allow us to annex them a little early ahead of the next stage, though I just flipped them. They did integrate a lot of land for me. They did flip. They converted land for me, but we were only just starting on the culture conversion. They're actually the bigger force. I should have... Doesn't say anything about my vassals being in. I don't know if my vassals have joined in the defense of this one. So we might have to travel all the way to Anyataka to help with this. Guess we can give these guys a look and see. I mean, are they calling up support? No, not really. You got 300 regulars just standing by. So, yeah, no, we've got to go deal with that one ourselves. Okay, that's been taken back. Let's board. I know we're slowing down the recovery rate on that. Don't forget about this one back here. I want to do that first. It's December, so yes, I do. Based on time frame, avoid the attrition. And get double sieges. There's another 154 of what they have. Take them out. We're taking attrition anyway. Rowdy! Military bonus, okay. She's still our heir until we can produce a male heir. February 12th. We're taking attrition anyway, just get a move on then. So that's already taken back. There is a stage where they we can't. I can't land here. I'm on First Fleet. Okay, we'll hold to that inland shore. Oh, right. Cabinet slot. You were integrating lands that are part of the rebellion, in which case Agder is the one we want to flip to. Yes. Meanwhile, they're at 14%. We will have them march on their own. It's heavy infantry. They'll be strong enough to deal with whatever forces they have. They only got 376 levies left. Okay, still just end of March. Oh, nice. They did not take that other castle. Hard to move right now while it's still considered winter. Just got another map completed. That's that one. And finally, there's your end of Tamtok and your inland Rocky Mountain natives. So we've made contact with them, which allows you also to kind of push on. But yeah, there's Castile popping up over there. That was fast, that exploration, or is time really going by that quickly? Oh, let's get the last one here that we can explore. Oof. We're in the Cahokia market. I have my doubts on whether there's going to be anything suitable, but we'll give it a shot. Tools is hurting. 7.7. But it is on a gain, so looks like they'll be okay. Looks like they'll be okay. Better education. Absolutely, while you are the heir. Okay, it's June. We should be able to move again. And we can, yes. Tax efficiency. That's a big one. We're more effective at pulling the taxes that we can pull in the first place, meaning we get more ducats. That should make a big difference. 84 ducats now. That made a huge difference. All right, let's get you in here to like Levenger. Cabinet member again. That's the one we had just appointed. We threw away our 81 ducats. That's okay. It's only 1 month. Let's not go for the 67-year-old this time. Oh, I like food production though. That's a cabinet trait. More food production means more pop growth. Oh. Be nice if you actually told me when I win those sieges. But they'll take these inland. Now there is a point in these civil wars where you've taken enough land off of them and that it just ends. We have no war score though, so it's hard to tell when that point would be. But there's the 125. We wipe them out. Board. See if we can get there before they take that. Otherwise, we'll come in, spot next to it. September. It's going to be winter again soon. There we go. New heir. Crown Prince Gregory. We are not going to get there in time, so let's change our pathway to here. There we go. And there's your surrender. They surrendered. They surrendered. We took attrition, that's all. In which case, let's get you out of here. Let's meet up. Down here. Alright, that was easy enough. That was easy enough. Norway is no longer a valid rival. They are small. They are small. We need a new rival. These are the big nations. England is already a rival. Sweden, perfectly balanced. It would very much be that next one after Norway is done that we would want to continue taking. Yeah, that's just England. Genoa cannot be a rival. If Genoa cannot be a rival, then yeah, I think your logical next option... Oh, Denmark can, though. Denmark's big enough to be a rival, then you want Denmark, because that's somebody we can succeed at taking land off of. Anya Ta'aka, back as a minor tribe and have some loyalty now at 7%. England, Fresha at war. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's. I don't think we want to intervene. I think we want a war ourselves. But who are they actually at war with? The HRE. They are largely at war with the HRE, so we need to keep an eye out. Things just started. They've only lost 12. They've only lost 12 so far, so no, they're not weak yet. Give them time. Give them time, and as they get weakened, and as they get distracted, and their forces are over here, you use France, and then France can take their forces on, finish them off, and then they're distracted. They're not here. They have less troops, and then we can actually go to war with them. So let's get our forces. How are we doing? We're going to continue integrating Agdar. I don't even know which one in particular we were integrating that we cannot not integrate now, but we'll figure it out. Are you stuck for the winter? No. Okay. So bring you back together. And very much bring you home. And we're going to leave our Navy home for a little bit to take care of its attrition as well. Norway wants food access. Nope. Nope. I'm good. Okay, we're going to start building granaries. Granaries mean more pops. We have 45. It's like they have been built, but let's see how few we actually have. And it's only 54 ducats. They come with a cost, but no wonder you have more pops. Do I want to just mass build? Yes. We're going to shift click, mass build, build as many as we can. There you go. One big round of granaries. More food, more pops. I'm at 4,900 right now. Is that because we just finished the war? No, it's been more than a month. It's been a couple months already, so yeah, no, that's... Well, it's only 1,800 this month. Oh, we lost another cabinet member? Man, going fast. We are okay with a 57-year-old. I have more money to throw around than I did before. Okay, that's going to bring us back up a bit. But naval maintenance repairs. Oh my gosh, this cabinet member was so much younger than the last one. Wyoming, we got the exploration on the way. You are a city. We're building a granary there. Let me see. We can. No. Why not? Not look at Viborg specifically. Let me look back at the local governor. Oh, naval governor. Viborg. What are the requirements that are not met? I think it's showing up because it is a city. But what is the requirement that's not being met? If there's less than 0 naval governors in Scotland, currently 0. There's not less than 0. There is 0. How many naval governors can I have? Do I not have any naval governors unlocked yet? Let me see. Would this be... We could eventually form the U.S. Empire gives you extra local governors. Kingdom allows for a local governor. Does not necessarily allow any naval governors, though. Duchy doesn't allow any. County doesn't allow any. So right now we can have 1 local governor. Let me get in the tech because there's modifiers. Oh, Q's down to 9. I should probably deal with this colony. Just... Oh, okay. He was attacked by a boar. Gov. Government reform. Speed of integration. So nothing in the first age. Government reform in the second age. So nothing to do with governors there. Local governor. There's your thing. We just have not unlocked naval governors yet. So we have a local governor. Where are you at? I've already unlocked it. So we have 1 as a kingdom. We have 1 as a tech. So we have 2 local governors, but we have nothing naval yet. We are in the age of Reformation now, though. What do we have? The Prince, government reforms, trade companies. Absolutism. Local governor again. Okay, this is odd. That's all local governors. I'm not seeing anything about naval. Do I need to search it specifically? Naval ambitions, navigation, royal sect, grand navy, full battery, possible government reforms, trade companies again, local governor. Naval base. Okay, there's one other thing I can check on because there's no sign of it anywhere. I mean, do we have an unlimited amount? We don't have less than 0, though it says we do. I think we're going to keep part of Scotland. This is probably Damara is very likely one of these guys down here. Yeah, there's Tamara. So keep it as part of Scotland. And then work on to the next one. Now, are you inland or do you... Nope, you're going to give me a nice push down the coastline. Excellent. We are going to have to start addressing this land soon. Okay, we got 2 cores out of that. A Wombo has 3K. I need to bring pops into this area. We did irrigation, local food production, and capacity. That's good for spreading peasant enfranchisement, local food production. The forest village, the market village is going to do more with like market access, right? Well, peasant enfranchisement, food capacity. Get both of those going. Food production and capacity. I'm gonna just pump these guys up. We're gonna get a Wombo built into a town and be able to support the region. Viborg. Quality standards, local access to raw materials, production efficient. You know, that's okay. I'll take the free prestige. And then I had an idea. Talks about a port. Viborg should have a port, but who knows? There's granaries, lumber mills, basins, sand pits, clay pits. No sign of a port. Castles, barracks. There's the other colony done. Yeah, I don't see a port. Protected harbor. Does that count? Construction center 2. Let's get the protected harbor first. Proximity speed, food production. Let's get that also going. We're going to build up Viborg for a little bit and keep part of Scotland. Namibe was that next one to the north, so we'll just start the one above it now. There's distant cousin. Currently 71 ducats a month. I like that. How we do it on, 3 charters. Rogaland, let me make sure we're not wasting time here. I don't need a spy network on Denmark. I needed to check on, what was it? Integration. Yeah, we're still working on that last town, Jaren. With its 48,000 pops. It's almost done. It's almost done. 47.75%. It's, what, about 1,000, maybe 1,100 away from passing that 50% threshold. And us being able to move on to my next target, which was going to be Iceland. By the way, here's how we're kind of looking overall. This is another area we want to get going, but it's out of a proximity spread range right now. Oh, hello. Hold on. England. How are we looking? You got Chile. Aragon's back. Aragon is back in their good graces. Now, if you added in France, we are technically stronger, but England's still got 128,000. We are very much weaker than they are. 75,000 levies, 55,000 regulars, and a much stronger navy. France's navy has been decimated for some reason. We did talk about trying to cheese our way by going through Denmark, though. You go through Denmark, you're just getting England and Lubeck. That makes it more possible, but right now, France is still not recovered from the war. France would not want to join this particular war. They have a truce with the target, so they need that truce to expire. So we still have time. We have a wait period, and it looks like England might have gotten out of its war. Apparently they did. Looks like maybe a white peace, because I don't see any changes in terms of the land. A son is born. Simon. Ruler's younger brother. Oh no. Yeah, we don't need to worry about him. He's an idiot. It's got the donkey icon. The Norwegians. Again. How are we doing on any chance we're one away? Norway's like 1.75. So we're about 0.75 away from being able to get them as a tolerated culture. Wyoming discovered. Yep, more open land, which is nice. How are we looking? We're at plus 19. We're way ahead of both of them already, so yeah, we are winning this fight. They have largely stalled out. And we've slowed. We flew past them because they had slowed. Now they've stalled out. And now we have slowed. But it's enough as long as we can reach Cahokia. We do need to take care of the Cahokia problem. Meanwhile, I am very much taking care of the manpower problem. That's doing well. Another round of granaries, or no? Let's make money for a change, and then we'll go back to granaries. Going to burgers. No, not Oslo. Anywhere. Guns Workshop. No, that's not mine. That's land I've taken. Don't think I've unlocked the Guns Workshop. Did not appear that way. Spinner's Guild. Kirkubi. Okay, get all those money makers going. Taylor's Guild. Okay, finishing it off for all of those. There is a way to specialize, and I have not bothered with that. Parliament is ready again. Man, that was fast. We flew through that little chunk of time there. So, is it time? Well, not on the England part, right? France is not recovered. We just saw that maybe a year ago. So we know that it's not time to go after them, which means it's also not time to go after Denmark, because you're going to get England out of it, even though cheesing that seems like a great option right now. France would not join in that war. But what about Norway? Okay, we would pick up Lithuania. They have almost no navy, so their 60k is not a threat. Volgast. Well, we've already taken some land here. You can take this off of Volgast as well, and they seem quite beatable. And the Teutons, Teutonic Order, would join in, so you could take a little bit more off of them. And so, yeah, we can kind of take this land here. That's a possibility. But that does get you awfully close to Lithuania. The Teutons would be involved, so Lithuania would be able to march in there. Volgast would... We'd have our hands full here. You wouldn't necessarily want to walk into that fight. You would just take on Norway, get your maximum war score, and see if you can chip away at these guys. More likely, I think you just take land off of Norway and ignore them entirely this time. Let them siege these three down, hurt the prosperity of it, but we have zero control there anyway. So not a big deal. Don't worry about that expansion this time. Just worry about taking land off of Norway, who would be incredibly easy to beat. Our regulars almost could handle it. Give them an additional like 10-12k from just the local region, probably. Don't call up all the levies. We do have to do maintenance, but we've been waiting for that next war anyway, so let's make it happen, huh? Oh, still on the army. Wish it would just automatically, if you load an army, default to switching to the fleet that it's loaded onto. Because clearly, if you're preparing an army to disembark, what's the next step? Move the navy. Parliament. You will 41%. That seems likely. 7 stab hits, not bad. Trade income for a period of time, though, sounds great. But if it fails, that's not good. So take the farming estates, which is already at 50%. So we can get our fabricated CB. Can I not? Why would Norway be an invalid target? No! We have 1 year left on a truce with Norway. We can't make a CB with them right now because there's a truce. What if we go the other direction and say... Well, no, if you go like Volgast or Teutonic Order, I think you're taking on like CB or HRE. Not the case here, but that's too many enemies. Well, France would be willing to join. I don't think I'm ready for a Sweden. We're too close. I mean, we're slightly ahead, supposedly. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We have... Okay. Okay. Saxony would stay out of this war. You'd have Verona and Naples. Naples does have a huge navy. France does not counter it right now. France would 100% be able to hold off Naples. France doesn't want to join. Levy availability is a big part of that, but then they're still a -6. Low manpower would take care of that, but they're not ready. You could get a CB, you got 5 years to wait to make it happen. Genoa is quite weak. They're vassals. Low in number. So we could absolutely beat them and take land off of them. So do we want to make that our CB and then wait the 5 years, prepare, get our regular army over there, take care of Cahokia? We can get that CB on our own. And then take care of Genoa, cutting off the land here once and for all, and then just taking as much as you can. And then you've got some prep time. You've got some prep time. So, yeah, let's not declare war. with no CB. Let's get our fabricate CB, and we're gonna do it on these guys. Attack space, Neo show, $7K pops. Get it on the one that you can actually take a little more easily. It's all going to be fairly cheap anyway. 5 years. Okay, well there's our CB. Now, for a change, you guys are in good shape. You are taking a tiny bit of attrition at the moment, though. You are heading over the way that I just told you to go. Why don't we hit it Galway? There is a trade winds going that way. It'll get us over to Nova Scotia pretty quickly. We have some time on this prep, so no need to rush. It'll take not 1 but 2 months for recovery. Army's already back to full strength. Navy, 1 more month should get us there. Coming of age, Nicholas Reggio di Lombardi. Jaren is cord. Nice. We're going to be able to move our governors on. That's the younger brother to the ruler. That's the idiot. No, that's not the idiot. There's one further younger brother. And oh man. If only he had died. The next brother would have been so good. I mean, not so good, but, you know, certainly decent. That's a shame. That's a shame, but we can put him to work. We can absolutely put him to work, and I think I'd rather put him in the cabinet where he can live a good long while. 4.5 stab to swap this guy out. That's fine. We got our 1 tick. Let me finish what I was doing here. It's May, or our 2nd tick. Take the trade winds to Nova Scotia, to the capital. Okay. We'll get them over to there. It's May, so it's a good time of year. So by the time they get there in like mid-June, they will be able to get recovered. So July 1st, I need to wait for July 1st, and then we'll move them down further south. What was I doing? What was I going to do? What was I going to do? No, CB. Oh, right. I know what I was going to do. Cabinet actions. Cabinet actions. As we work on the integration, we finish coring this. So it's going to get its nice healthy bonus. We are already integrating right here next to it. This is all done. So we want to move our assimilation and control probably to East Farthing first, even though West Farthing has better population. Well, you're going to get better bonuses. Let me check the proximity up here first. How close are you? Well, it's at 0. How good is this one? 23. I feel like we could almost get that, especially as we flip from land to naval or to sea or whatever it's called. Clearly, your contact would happen this way. Your spread would be from there, but this area is going to be better naturally because of the northerly towns are these 3 locations. So South Farthing. We're going to do South Farthing first. And they actually have some control, where everything else is at 0 and won't make much of a difference. So yeah, we'll start with South. So we assimilate. Yeah, we're going to move that to South Farthing. It's below the threshold to get tolerated culture anyway, and we want to get the Norwegian one in next. So it does make sense to just flip this stuff. Okay. So that project moves on. Meanwhile, back to Viborg. Again with the if there's less than 0. Yeah, why less than 0? How do you get less than 0? You gotta have a negative number to get one. Only 182 ducats. We have the goods, though the gold. We would very much need some gold, but that's not where the requirement is missing. All markets. Ah, man, it's so frustrating. Why won't you let me build? What about the Inverness thing? You're at 23k. Let me build. You've got all your granaries. That's why your population is taking off compared to everybody else. Harbor capacity is going to help you spread proximity. That'll also help us try to reach Iceland. Not that it's that much further up from the capital. You'd almost want to get something up here, or on this side for Ireland. Gleska, Irvine. Let's check on those guys. We have granaries. 1 of 6. Let's give you 5 more. Give you a construction center. Pop conversion speed. Okay. Expected cost of court. Nice. As we are converting Lothian. It was, what, 11, 12 when we started this? It's at 84% now. July 1st. Okay, it took them a little longer to get here than I thought. Oh, wow, we lost a ship? Weren't we at 100%? Man, rough. Rough trip. Only 3 ships lost. We had 77. There's our 7 stab hit for the free CB. Okay, still summer. We're going to still get recovery. They're already back to full strength. They're not. They're going to have some, 2% on that cog. We need to make sure it takes less than a month. So for now, take it easy. Food poisoning. 9th August. You got plenty of time. Keep on sailing down. We need to go around the outside. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Cut through right there. Okay, well, we'll wait let the month tick by. %4. Let's get you down to Boston next. Yeah, we'll make it there. Gregarious, the Crown Prince. We're looking now. 10%. Thank you, Boston. Much better recovery there. Let's see, how far can we make it? Can we make it to the Rappahannock? I'm not sure we can get that far. We'll try. Just if we must. Oh yeah, we'll make it. %17%. Okay, we can get down to Santee. Have any good ports down here? Savannah. Takatakoru. How we're looking now? 19%. Not much gain there. The next jump is all the way to New Orleans. And they're not going to make it. But we shouldn't take any attrition, and we don't. It's January, but we're in the Gulf. Which means we might as well keep trucking along towards Karankawa. Okay, so we've managed to increase our manpower to exactly one spare army worth of reserves. 10.8k with 10.8k. We did lose 3 ships, probably all cogs, but not certain on that one. I think there might have been 1 galley and 2 cogs lost. Karankawa should provide us some decent recovery. Not great, actually. Karankawa, what can I do to boost things? Do you have anything that's going to give me, like the dry dock? Yeah, Navy repair speed. We build a shipyard. I don't see a shipyard option. Okay, do we have anything like bridges, local proximity speed, movement cost, protected harbor, Navy repair speed 2.5. Okay, we can get that one going. Karankawa's population is 7K. Let's give them a granary. Now these guys are good. They can start moving. However, there is going to be attrition for a little bit. So we got the first location, Kansas. We bypassed the others. That's the rest of the state right there. There's 5 locations total, right? Oh, and we're alone now. They've backed off. They're letting us have it. Yes, 5 locations. So we've effectively cut them off anyway. And then Cahokia becomes the bigger thing. But we've got CB. We can absolutely win this because we can, with our regulars, stomp through their vassals here. And they will not come at us with any meaningful opposition. Cannon. Okay, cannon is what's slowing you down. Let's get... oh, I just queued up a bunch of stuff though, didn't I? Oh no, just a couple things. Cannon maker, cannon workshop. Messing with me here. Oh joy. Competent diplomacy. Diplo rep, monthly diplomats. That hurts. Got those Norwegian Patriots up to 87% also. March. We know that the war goal is going to be up here. So I think we can head at least into this zone. And now it's April, so now it's a good time. It's a really good time. We're gonna get our one tick here into April, May. Got plenty of reserve cash, plenty of manpower. Hopefully won't need to dip into it much. We're gonna have also the support of Karankawa and New York locally. We'll have Rappahannock, Santee, and then Erie on Yataka might not join in at 29%, but no matter. We have extra support, and then we have regulars. We should be able to curb stomp the forces here and get a good amount of war score without ever having to fight the regulars there. The trick, though, is that we're not going to have our navy around. There's the risk. Would France join? Let's get the better education. That's the air right now. It's got a 16 going on Diplo right now. Diplo ability, gregarious, okay. So, looking at it, Genoa, Naples is big. Naples a threat. France is not willing to join yet. How close are they? 89. I think we wait a month and they probably say yes. I want France as a buffer for Naples and for their navy to where we could just focus on what's here. And the antagonism means nothing around here. France is our ally. We don't worry about the natives in the region, and Genoa's going to hate us, but so what? They're the only ones that are going to end up hating us. There's no antagonism pushing elsewhere, so we can kind of get a max war score, take all we can take type war. Let's see if that was enough. And it was. Call in France. Their navy, not that strong. If Naples really comes after us, they've got a lot of vassals. Interesting. Saxony. I know Verona's down there in the Italian peninsula area, but Saxony, how far north are you? Oh, France will take care of Saxony. It's fine. Yeah, we don't need to worry about Saxony. France will take care of them. Might give us some free war score that way. Okay, we're going to get plus 25% conquer cost, plus 25% antagonism, but again, I don't worry about the antagonism. I hate how it keeps unclicking that when you have already clicked it. France will join the war. All right, here we go. That looks like a much longer list than we had a second ago. Can call. Did call. Yeah, look at all these guys. We just went to war with the entire HRE. That was not on the list. They were not showing up on the list at all, and poof, there they are. We need to call up our levies to defend against invasion. I sure hope France does join in. There's the capital. They've got no castles. That's part of what's going to make this pretty easy. Let's get in, take that first state here, and then we'll push northward. I want my navy to continue recovering. But we will be able to, I think, march our way towards Rappahannock, so I could go back that way and get better naval recovery than what I'm getting right now. So why don't we... Do I want to go inspect what navy there might be around here? So I called France in. Now it's saying we can call France. Treaties on it. There we go. Occupations and blockades. Minus 14. There's another chance with France being able to take those. These guys are in trouble. Just go take that. You're gonna get cooked. 5k over there, 5k up here. Those 19 can't do anything. They would need to join in here. That looks like Sweden. No? That's the colony. Oklahoma. Yeah, the whole HRE is jumping in on it. Let's go get the war goal. And let's get you 19 to join up. Okay, you just had a turn of the month. Let's see. What we can see across the coastline. Nothing there. Nothing there. But it's all forested. You can't see the inland stuff at all. Oh, okay, there's Fulgast. There's their 10K. We knew those guys were going to get cooked. Let's get you back up to Charleston. Did see some forces down here. Just lost sight of them. There they are. It's only 31. I feel like I could probably split in half. Get an idea of what we're dealing with here. Katsaria is the only one who looks tough. So where are they? They're nowhere near. They're as far away as you could be. France, have you called up your forces? Yeah, you've lost a few thousand. Already lost 12,000 the other way. Saxony is getting beat up. Saxony was supposed to be in the war, not everybody freaking else. But we can white piece a lot of them as time goes on and should be okay. Okay, let's go take these guys out before they take back the war goal on us. And you're going in circles. When I said to go back that way, you changed your plan. And you're already locked in. They're running away. And we can't catch them. Well, we're going to catch the 31 though. Looks like we'll catch the next 11. And for this, I think it's time to split in half. It's easy for them to take one, not two. Let's get the 17-year-old who's not going to die on us in 2 seconds. And that group will keep chasing. The other group will siege things down and help be a buffer as we go for the war score. They just finished this colony and gave it to them now, so it's part of the state. How are they going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and we can't? They went up, they went down, they went through all the time that it took us to go east to west just a little bit. Just go ahead and finish the siege. They're running, and they're running fast. So go get Tulsa. With a 50-50 split, we can keep them at bay just fine. We are getting the attacker ticking. The occupations, the blockades, the battle stuff, that'll go away. Or at least the negatives of that will go away as France does its job. And we'll white peace and or eliminate those nations one at a time, just as France has done many a time, and none of it really matters too much to the overall war score. Genoese occupation of Langres. Okay. You're getting more credit for that one. We will have to try to start white piecing these guys or piecing them out separately soon enough, but you gotta wait a year till you can separate piece nations. Negative war score, or negative balance is not great right now, but it's nothing too bad. And their tiny occupation here will not be a very big deal. Small impact. We're already occupied a lot more than 3 locations ourselves. And this will give us complete occupation of the intended war goal nation. Clergy, happy, yay! We can canonize somebody. We have religious influence. Oh, right. Hey, I forgot to do this when you became king. You're 25 now. You're still young. Take away that religious... Spend the religious influence first. So we're going to canonize somebody. King Winchelslas. The one good one we had. Legitimacy, prestige. Prelate's very happy for a time. We've got 15 legitimacy that we could burn for doing that. So let me see what I can do with some free 15 legitimacy. Sorry, distraction from the war here. We're off on a tangent, but it should be a worthwhile one as we could. Lairds, did you have anything else to take away? Revoke 77. No, that's stab, not legitimacy. We want it in laws. Laws is where you can... Alright, now we're on feudal administration, which is food production and decentralization. State satisfaction. Federal state could be a good one. Keeps the decentralization. We lose food production, but that does ultimately slow down the growth rate, but everybody's happy. Let's see if there's any new laws out there. Dynastic holdings. Comes with crown power. The others lose it. Don't want to give that up. Speed of integration or cultural tradition. The cultural tradition gets you the coring. Kim, hey, welcome. Hopefully the kids go down easy for you, so it's been the nice thing with Cosmo. He's been pretty dang easy to put to sleep. For 4 months. What do we have? States are happy. This one. Move capital costs. Proximity speed through land is very nice, though. Rural parliaments don't care. We could go for innovative. Cultural influence. But not great. Noble command. Don't care about the lowborn commander's part. Army tradition is definitely nice. Okay, levy law, peasant levies, noble levies and a push towards quality, it just moves you away from the levy size and the peasant. Ooh, combat efficiency is hurting. $86 stat. I thought this was legitimacy to change these guys. I've been looking at them with nothing useful to do there. So let's get out of that. It's add privileges that are going to come with, yeah, legitimacy. So let me see the clans. Expand farming cost. Pasture access. Giving them extra power means absolutely nothing. Doesn't make them happier, but expand farming cost is, we'll take it. Everything else is not helpful unless I want communalism. Individualism hurts the estate's happiness. So ignore that one. Commerce. Franchisement. No, I don't want traditional economy. Okay, you've got nothing good these days. You do add in more of these over time, by the way, so we've looked here before. Market attraction could be a good thing. Capital economy. Trade capacity and capital economy. State satisfaction and not much power to get it. I kind of like that. Control over the coinage. Minting threshold gold output. Does come with a little more power though. Looks like we do have a couple of good options here. Maritime presence. Okay, we're gonna get our two. There's one. We'll add one more. Yeah, we're making others unhappy. We could fix that. Capital economy, trade capacity, yes. Okay, we're down to 25%, so we do need to fix the happiness of the nobility. I'm at 17% crown power with this weakling. Gosh, no wonder we were not making much money. Control's down to 21 also as we keep acquiring overseas land. But that 17% crown power is pathetic, but we're about to fix some of that because the practicum regime is part of why it was so low. Which puts me back into, we wanted to get the canonize. There's your legitimacy boost, which a second ago was 14, now it's 9, but that's okay. Makes the prelates happy. So now they're no longer pissed off, though this is going to make them unhappy. So their two groups are pissed off. You're at 2.01 these days. I don't think it's changed much in the last little bit now. From 1.75 to 1.74. We'll see in a month how that changes. Oh, there we go, 100%. So only one is unhappy. Norway. Guess we have our truce. New York, so we need to push through Oklahoma. They're pushing into Tanico, so why don't you come in a little bit further up? Now we'll just go here, and across. Norway joins coalition, the one that they are the only ones in. Prestige is nice and high at 71. Okay, -7 right now on the war score. The battles is still neutral. There we go. We caught up to that force. Found them hiding in the woods. And got an artillery power bonus. Nice. This is our regulars, and we are not taking any attrition. Norway does not get food access. That's the idiot Simon. We're not paying for a better education for him. See if I can help the economy a little bit, because this is looking like it could get ugly on us. And these guys are really low on their threshold right now. We can absolutely mint a little bit more if we need to. Oh, and this will be back. It's at 94. It'll take a minute. We don't need to pay so much for stability at the moment. Save some ducats that way. Still positive. Saved about 10. Do the same here. Knock that down, and there you go. Neutral balance. Focus on the war without losing money. Oh, Tyrone has been annexed. Nice. Okay. Well, there's one less colony to deal with, or vassal, that is. Tyrone here, just been annexed. Connacht would be the next one. And Connacht has that city. Wouldn't necessarily have to go for that one. They are a little bit stronger. You could take like a Mayo, Thoman, Folly, get them absorbed just for the sake of the number of vassals and colonies that we have, cutting it down. The penalty's been a bit severe. Okay, let's check on 42,000 dead, 44,000 dead. It's got to be almost all France. Yeah, 40k French. They're at 175 on the levies. But Hesse, can we sue for peace? March 1st. Okay, let's wait till March 1st. We'll start looking at getting these guys out of the war. We got 20 more months till we get that maximum war score, as long as the battle stays neutral, and we can start getting those ones out. Holy cow, what did we just get? Oh, right. All of Tyrone just cored. And we should have, right now, really good control, but it's going to fall off to about 50%. Okay, March. We've reached March. We do have the possibility to start separate piecing these nations. I'll wait a month or two and start looking into that. Vassals haven't done any work on this. Oh, Anya Ta'aka and a secessionist. That's these guys. No. This is a New York. This is New York's vassal. They've joined the war. Anyeta Aka have joined the war, but nobody else has. So the colonies are not involved in the war. I did not realize that they would not help out with this. We're doing just fine. Doing just fine on taking this and making our way through and occupying all of it. Weird that the colonies would not be part of it. I guess that does make sense historically, that your colonies are not automatically involved in a war. Oh, hey, I just remembered something. Let me get the tech of the month here to April 1st. And we wanted to move you to a better port. Oh no, you're fine. You are totally fine now. Let's bring you back down then to New Orleans. Because eventually when these guys are done, actually we're going to want to go take care of Cahokia when they're done. Oh, we're already better. Yeah, -3. Again, I would not have done this war if the knowledge of the entire HRE joining in was something I was aware of. This has got to be one of the 2 African colonies. Looks like down here. Ezragondo. Yep, there you go. Keep part of Scotland. Now, I'm not going to get a bonus here for being connected, but we're going to continue on that direction. So that one will work a little bit slow at first, but it'll get better. May 1st. I'll wait till July and then start trying to piece out anybody ready and willing. Yes, Boston is very much, it's my most northern American port that I have. Part of New York, the New York colony. Hello, 3 additional core. Oh, that's right there. That's the colony we just finished. Boston, right there. Love Boston. That's actually one of the few large American cities. I can't say few. There's more than a few that I haven't been to yet, but it's one of the ones I haven't been to. Getting to Fenway is very much on my bucket list. Okay, now they're going to circle back and get all of these. So you're going to get these guys. I don't want them to stray too far away from one another, so they can go and work that way and then continue south. The other one will finish all of these and then just make a jump down to there. July's coming. War score flipped positive. Battle's starting to go ahead. I'm a little tiny Genoese military enclave there. Oh, we found the levies. 2,500 of them. Okay. It's 2,500 regulars, levies versus 5,200 regulars. They should win very comfortably. So we're going to go in pursuit of them before they go and unsiege everything. Colony of Jamaica has moved on us here, and they're moving on us again. Where are you landing? Bavaro. Let's get you a commander. Make sure that's not regular. Ooh, oh, our auxiliary. Okay. I was like, oh gosh, it's regulars. 3 of them. We found him. I feel like we've had maybe 2 positive traits for our leaders in 300 years of playthrough. Almost 4. No, 300. Yeah, 300 years of playthrough. We've had positive traits like twice. Ooh, we got on the front much faster than them, and wow. That is a very fast stack wipe. Just 43 losses. Well done, well done. Now that you're down to 3 up there, you're now going to make the southern move. Don't forget to get the land over here. And minus 1%. Let me see if we could start chasing. Get the ones that are beat up, like Offenburg. Minus 49. Hessa wants out, and they're not in a place to really take anything off of them. They don't want to pay war reparations. It's not that kind of war score. It's more the white peace kind right now. They seek a white peace. Yeah. It's a big plus 50. That's okay with me. Ducats is going to be the same problem. Though, I mean, they're only on minus 15. Let's wait it out. They're not a threat anymore. And the war score is already turning in our direction. And we found another force coming in. There's the Jamaican forces. We finally caught up to them. Go get those 300. You don't need full morale for it. And then we gotta go take all this back. Another 150 coming in. Ooh. I thought that was the stack right. Meanwhile, that was this. They snuck and moved the capital on us. There we go. Oh, that was the Jamaica group. How is auxiliaries able to siege these down? That was 300 auxiliary. You're going to do it again. Just go take this back while I'm on this side. With the 800. Let the 4,000 come and get those guys. 2 forces. Where are you headed? Yuma. War score, neutral, 0. Stack wipe. Only 22 losses. Next force. Wait a day or two, get my morale back. Take that, 2,800 out. By the way, financial situation's already better. We're at plus 25. Ships repairing slowly. Oh, right. Karankawa market. Jamaica beaten again. That's the Yuma force, yes. We'll let the 800 retake. It's only 2 cities they need to retake. Stack wipe again. 269 losses. Not hurting that manpower much at all. Kosa's your next one. I want to move southward, cut anything else off, let this one mop up the rear. %. Alfred. 3-year-old. Shrewd. Yeah, let's give you a good education. It looks like you're actually going to be useful. Scotland's finest. Quality, move towards quality, 100% yes. Things are looking good. We have a 10% war score. We can make demands now. That's everybody involved. Naples would be the first one I want a white piece out. They're at minus 82 for that. The general, even though we're at 10%, is still minus 47, so Genoa is not giving up hope yet. But I do think that there's nations. We already know that there's nations that want a white piece. But Katzenberg doesn't. France, you should be crushing this group here. 20% war score. Okay. France is beating up on them at the moment. Okay, at this point you are way closer to going this direction than over there, so change plans on that part. Is with how close you are, what we're going to do is we're going to get here, here, and then circle back there. I'll let this one make its way down the line, coastal. There's one last location down here, and then that's all of it. Meaning we would have all the occupation we can have. Oh, the Norwegian Patriots and Anya Ta'aka did spawn in the middle of a war. Well, they didn't get that location. Where did my levies go that were here? I got 40. They've gathered. We've been using the vassals' ships. So do we leave behind these regulars to finish off the war and then go have a war with Cahokia soon thereafter? And come back for them eventually with the fleet. It's January. I don't think you're going to take any attrition until you get up to about here. So we'll get you to Amatonk. Okay, we're gonna get this one. Oh, that's mine. Make sure none of these moved on us behind the lines, and they didn't. Seems to do that less often than it used to. It's incredibly annoying. Can call... Oh, first rebellion. You know what? We're okay. Oof. Hey, that just got rough. Probably because the naval move? I don't know. 7 stab. You're not family, right? No. Go ahead and fire him. Down to Mobile. Mobile, Alabama. Ta'aka. We can march all the way there, actually, and deal with that. Oh, there's one that just flipped. They just moved the capital. Or was Pensacola already there? to 13 ducats. There we go. Okay. 52%. Oh, let's go. Might be able to end this thing here soon. Okay, where you at? On your talk. On your talk. I move it in. Oh, come on. We've moved it. That's one loan. It's okay. 4-score efficiency. Interesting. Okay, well that completes the northern occupation. We'll get that last southern one, which is also a capital. But we are going to move up. Well, you've already made it to here. Lost your commander. We have a idiot brother who's of age now, right? Guess not. Oh, he's still 15. Okay. Well, he will be the commander, but for now, let's trade winds. You got trade winds here. Yeah, maybe we bring you on down here. Roanoke. There he is, coming of age. We're going to put him in charge and immediately have a problem. Dies at sea. He is an idiot after all, right? Good for the turn of the month. There's a zeal. That's the last. We have now total control. Is the closest port. Using those trade winds. It's a long ways across, but it'll move fast. 57. They want out. They do want out. So let's. This is the war goal one. Oh gosh, this is gonna show up every freaking nation. There we go. That's Noah. That cuts them off right there. That already finishes the job of cutting them off. Now, do we take away their coastal next? Do we connect ourselves up this way? You split one nation in half, but you don't have to do much if you only take the outer edge. Like if you take all of this, you gotta take that too. You'd have to take all like 3 states here. Let's see. Neosho looked good. Hold on. If that's all I need, if that's all I actually need, what about, like, what else is out here? Who does this belong to? Naples. Do we take this West African coastline? A little bit of a bridge the gap towards what we have down there. Do we take land off of Volgast? Nope. That's a costly, adds up fast. I think the American lands are way cheaper. Yeah, it is. Okay, so scratch that idea. Nothing off of Europe. We'll stick to what we have here. Can't take that. Otherwise I would. Do we want to get a little bit of Cuba? I don't care too much about getting that. I think we just continue on with what we have here. So Neosho. Looks like we have part of this state anyway, so Karaish. Woka minus 17. And that right there is enough. Do have some debt. Those ducats add up pretty fast. You know, this war really did not cost me much. I'm sure it cost France a bit more than it cost me. It's a decent haul. We could get a little bit more if we wait the 4 more months to get to the 25% ticking bonus, but I'm not going to get any more occupations. This is going to come down to whether France, who's really taking control of the fight here recently. Let me for a second just check on what we have here. Comparison. They've lost 266. We're at 555k left. We got a 3-2 advantage. But France has lost a lot. How interested in getting out of the war are some of the... See, we could still just separate peace, white peace, eliminate a number of nations, and that might just make the desire a little bit higher score-wise for us. How likely are any of you to want to pay war reparation? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so there's some more reparations to be had out of this. In which case, we're going to do it. 327 ducats and war reparations. You could give land to France, but I don't want to give land to France right now, so they didn't take that type of deal. So there's some deals to be had, in which case we're going to try to make them. Gotta have a 10% war score. Maybe we take some of the white pieces then that are further inland. Just take the white pieces, get them out of the war, go from there. Take ducats? No. Gotta have 10% even for ducats. Hatcheberg, 99%. There's one that you can... Or reparations, 26 ducats. Vassals for a second. Just look at participants that are pretty much wiped out. 0% war score, but they want out. but one out. Okay, let's let time tick by a little bit while we do this. There was about 4 months. Oh, subject. Okay. How you snuck around me. How are they black flagged? Oh. Gotta take that back. Okay, we're up to 60%. Lechtenberg. Morrisburg, no. Naples, minus 32. The Rhine. Yeah. They're out. Württemberg is out. And the list just gets shorter and shorter. There was a 28,000 versus 7,000 victory, pushing the war score a little bit more. Oh, that's the rebellion. Speaking of, did you make it across yet? Oh, my navy is still... Oh my goodness. Don't die. Okay, they've made it up here. Go take their capital. Which reminds me, we don't want these guys down here forever. But I do want to take care of Cahokia, so maybe march towards Cahokia. Excuse me. I do have a loan to repay. Norway joined. Norway is heading this up. Okay. Okay, so Norway has actually... So Agdar is the rebellion. Norway has taken them on as we're going to fight for you. So actually this is a great opportunity to take out Norway. But we just need to get our 40k and our navy, who's almost back to Galway, and have not lost any ships as of yet. And it's mid-September. They're going to be outside of the attrition zone fairly soon. Nope. Let's take the castle then. Already back to -7. Not too bad off on that war score. Anya to Aka is going to be easy to deal with. That's why you want to keep everybody loyal. annex nations one by one. Ooh, oh, please don't lose ships on our shore. No ships lost, no ships lost. Okay, no ships lost. Wait till next month, because I'm sure there's some 12%. This is my lands right here. Go and come around. You'll make it there inside a month. You'll make it here inside of a month as well. There we go. War goal can be enforced. Should make it there inside of a month. There we go. Nations at 1 out. Okay, let's try to look at the bigger ones. Like Austria, do you want out? Austria wants out. Austria and Naples are probably the two biggest involved in the war. Brandenburg wants out. Lower Bavaria. Magdeburg wants out. Okay, this is getting favorable to being able to take what you want because they're gonna feel a lot less inclined. Naples. There you go, there's the big one. And now we have a 90% war score. Occupations, blockades just went really high on the score. The battle score is getting higher and higher. We've maxed out the attacker ticking. Let's see who else. Larger. Saxony. Just get the large nations out of this thing. 95. Upper Bavaria. So we were able to get some ducats. We were able to get some war reparations from a few of the nations bordering France. Verona, ready to get out. So now we're going after all the large ones. And with them white piecing, the war score is just flying on up into the kind of territory where we can take something really solid. Volgast, I'm tempted to keep it around. We're going to be wrapping this episode and this war up here real soon. Oh wow, look how short the list is all of a sudden. Trier. War score 33. Let's get the war reparations and max ducats. And now we have a 100%. Ansbach. As we're eliminating virtually everybody, this is territory to just finish the whole job and see what the maximum we can take is. Because it's clear that everybody has decided they do not want to be part of this war. They do not want to help Genoa any longer. And the list is now very short. And then there's the few instances where you could actually take something off of them. We've turned a 60% war score into a 100% war score, so Denberg still, nope, they're a vassal of somebody. Marsburg out. Okay, we tick by into December now. Right now, each month favors the war score anyway, so let it go a little bit further. Offenburg out. Okay, the Rhine out. Just a few to go. Uberlingen out. And then finally Volgast. I don't think I'm going to be able to take anything off of Volgast in this. I mean, like, if we... No. So, just get him out. Just the white piece. Just to maximize that score against Genoa. But that's it. You got the one that can't piece out, and then you've got what's left of Genoa. We don't need France to go take them on or anything, so I think it's now time to sue for peace. We're back to a plus 100 on a 28 war score, and I think we can definitely push that farther now. Now, eliminating them doesn't really help us. So I think we work on taking land the other direction now. And oh look. See how much more we're able to take already? Gasconampo, finish that state off. 70. We are splitting them, but we're splitting colonies. And the colonies don't count as a split, so that does not hurt the war score. That does give me that connection across that I was looking at. Now I'm thinking coastal. And that's a 101. So if we take back, that's 99. It does split that state, but they don't seem to care about that. Give that one up instead. There's a 100. Oh, we had the one ducat. Maybe we take a few ducats. I don't need this. We can take 332 ducats. Alright, so we steal their coastline. They're stuck inland. We split them into two groups. We cut them off, setting myself up for taking Cahokia and fulfilling the encirclement, and then turning the focus towards cutting off England. And Tamtok, for that matter, because Castile's making their way around here, so that's the next one to think about, besides England. We give ourselves a land bridge across here. We give ourselves a land bridge across here. That looks pretty dang ideal. Now, antagonism, because that's a thing. It's very much a thing. Genoa's going to hate us. That's the bulk of it. Hey. And then their colonies are going to hate us. Potano, that's a French colony. They're going to be pretty upset. But you quickly get below the 40, the 50 mark. And it's mostly just those colonies It's the enemies that are going to hate us. Who cares? They declare war on me. That's an easy victory. We've already seen it. We can control it. We can manage it. And I don't think you would get the entire HRE that next time around. So, good land acquisition. Double land bridges. Cutting them off. Ducats. Yes. Let's do it. And for once we used France to our advantage. Beneficial. And we had our first full HRE war. Came out on the right side of it. Just had to be patient. You had to wait them out. Had to use England to your advantage. Now we are going to want to give... Or are we? Do I want to give that land up? It's going to hurt my overall crown power modifier because I was at 21% control. All of a sudden we're down to 25. Well, actually, it's up to 25 right now. It's going to drop down. Crown power's jumped back to 23 from the 17 we were at, though, as we've picked up a couple things that we very much needed. We're still at war, folks. We still are at war, but we will deal with it in time, for one. They're at 14%. Ponya Ta'aka is going to be fully under our control soon enough. Then you have made it back here. You just had a recent turn of the month. We can hop across with 11,000 forces. But those 22,000, that's regulars. That is regulars. We are going to need to bring our navy back. So I don't know. Do we just go deal with the Agder stuff up here? Well, I think we rush our 40k across to Jaren. The full might of the 40k. And then go back for the regulars. I hope that the 40k can hold their own against 22k. That is largely... it's not largely regulars. It's a decent amount of regulars. How many? It's 10k. Nope, well, that's me. 5k. Spread out in two different armies. There's 4,600 in that main force. Of course, that becomes an offensive opportunity as well. And there's no antagonism in this region that we picked up, or like next to nothing. What was it, like 2 antagonism that Norway picked up? Oh no. They picked up a little. That's a lot of antagonism. They're very angry, but they're not going to exist soon. Well, we'll see how much we can get off of them this time. All right, folks. Yeah, that's going to do it for now. We absolutely made progress. We finally made that push against Genoa that we've been wanting to make for a long time. We're set up for a Cahokia push. We are set up for a Norway push, and that's a live push right now. We just picked up war reparations off of a bunch of nations, so they are going to help feed our economy for a good little while, for 10 years. Yeah. And we now have 25k manpower and naval power. It's all good. It's all good. We are moving in the right direction. Age of Reformation's less than 10 years from an end, though. So we're going to have new institutions popping up here soon enough. I'm a Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.